One of the world's most iconic buildings ablaze. So lifelike it must be true. Except it's not. AI programs can also bring you grooving world leaders, letting loose at Burning Man. Or even the real billionaire burners, making coffee instead. These deep fakes are part of a wave of AI impacting what we see, read, and the services we rely on. And today, the government outlined how the UK would regulate the technology.
I think we have to question what we're aiming for with the AI revolution that we're experiencing, right? Is the most important thing that we should be aiming for innovation and growth, or is it adding to people's well-being, making our lives better?
At the end of last year, the government was making all the running on a global pact on how to avert existential crisis at the hands of AI.
Like-minded governments and AI companies have today reached a landmark agreement.
The summit's focus was all on frontier technology and its potential for nightmarish risk. In Europe, they've launched the AI Act, a sweeping rulebook of do's and don'ts with bespoke AI watchdog to oversee this seismic technology. Britain, however, has taken a more siloed approach. It claims will prove more agile. Today's announcement commits £100 million for AI research, but it only carves out £10 million for enforcement agencies, and that will be split across 90 different regulators in wildly different sectors. In reality, per watchdog, it wouldn't even cover the cost of a single lawyer.
There are 90 regulators. There are multiple fields in which technology is being used.
So will this money cut mustard?
It is a drop in the ocean of what is needed. We know that AI has different effects in different sectors and with different specific technologies, and those specifics really do matter. But you need to have regulators that are on top of them. We don't want to have those essential pieces of our day-to-day existence undermined by technology.
Elon Musk's X was recently forced to block searches for Taylor Swift after fake graphic images of the singer went viral. With even the White House weighing in to say abusive images and lax enforcement disproportionately impacts women and girls. Today, Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, promised to start labeling all AI content on its sites. And copyright has also become a tinderbox in AI regulation, while news organisations are up in arms, claiming AI chatbots have ripped off swathes of original journalism and passed it off as their own prattle. All of this means AI is turning into multiple fast-moving battlegrounds. It's yet to be seen whether each of the 90 British institutions can keep up.
Helia Ebrahimi. Well, earlier I spoke to Viscount Camrose, who's the Under-Secretary of State for Artificial Intelligence and Intellectual Property. The responsibility is going to be with the existing regulators, and this is all sorts of bodies like Ofcom, Ofgem, Ofsted, to regulate AI. So what new powers are they going to have?
The new powers they won't have right away, because we've said, although we very much see a world in which binding commitments are going to have to be made from those creating AI, we feel we're not there yet. Our view is, first of all, lay the foundations so that as and when we need to regulate or create new powers in a very targeted way, we can do so.
Can you appreciate why some people characterise the government's approach as doing pretty much nothing in the face of AI, when you're relying on existing regulators to have no more powers and to share £10 million between 90 different bodies?
No, I mean, I think that's not a fair or reasonable characterisation. I would say, if you look at the work we're doing, for example, with the Central AI Risk Function, developing monitoring and evaluation methods, if you look at the work we're doing with the AI Safety Institute, that is working really with colleagues across the world, focusing on developing our understanding of emerging AI risks and honing our response to that.
In the meantime, other jurisdictions, other countries are legislating. They are setting the benchmarks and the frameworks and the standards for AI. So surely any AI company worth their salt will just adhere to those standards, and the UK is just going to be caught out waiting.
Look, you know, those who want to sell AI in those jurisdictions will need to take note of those. We do engage very, very extensively, particularly in the United States and also with our friends in the EU, to make sure that we're interoperable with them. But we feel very strongly we have a very agile, adaptive and sophisticated approach in this country to be an attractive place for those who want to come and build AI to come and do it.
But ultimately, do you accept that the US, China and the EU are going to set the standards?
No, I don't accept that at all. The supply chain for any kind of AI is going to be deeply international in nature. You know, no AI is produced in any one country. So really the trick is about interoperability, I think.
Can I ask you about copyright? Because large language models, chatbots and the rest of it, they rely on feeding off copyrighted material in order to exist. Now, the government had a chance to set a code so that the owners of that copyright would get a fair deal. And you didn't take it, did you? You just scrapped it.
We've been working very extensively with both the content owners, the rights owners, and the AI labs themselves to find a way in this very complex and difficult situation. I'm not, by the way, aware of anyone that has successfully solved this problem. I am clear, though, by the way, that if in this country you create a product of the mind, of your own ingenuity, or you know, you should continue to have the expectation to be rewarded for that.
Do you believe that the AI labs, the AI conglomerates, should pay copyright holders for that content?
I think they should pay a fair amount for the use of copyrighted content. But we remain committed to finding a way forward on that works for both sides. And you know, it's not only us in the UK, it's not only we that need to solve that problem.
Viscount Camrose, thank you very much for speaking with us. Much appreciated.
Thank you.